What's going on, everybody? You got Tone here, and welcome to my Week 4 battle for the PPL Bolt and Flare Division, where this week my team, the Miami Palafins, are taking on the Virginia Victinis, coached by WreckItMike. Its links will be in the description down below, as well as all the other coaches taking part in the Bolt and Flare Division. Now, coming off of a narrow 1-0 loss to Razorrclawww and the Galaxy Brain Golisopods, we're looking to bounce back against Mike and his Virginia Victinis, and he has a very formidable team at his disposal, with offensive threats like Sheer Force Landorus Incarnate, Razorrclawww to get up Stealth Rock and be a nuisance with Serene Grace Ironhead, ogrepon-wellspring, which can essentially switch into my Manaphy at will, and all their offensive threats like Razorrclawww, Salazzle, and even bulkier stuff like Tyranitar and Screamtail. And he even has two Tera captains, Miss Mages, which terrestrialize into either a Ghost, Fairy, or Fighting type, and a Slacking, which terrestrialize into either a normal Fairy or Fire type. So with that, going into the team for this week, I started off with ting-lu. ting-lu's role is very simple. Just come in, tank hits from Landorus, and essentially try to dent the team as hard as I possibly can. Earthquake and Payback hits everything on his team relatively hard, with Heavy Slam there specifically for Screamtail and Miss Mages if he happens to terrestrialize into a Fairy type. My last move, I opted for Rests with Chestoberry to ensure that I have some longevity in the match, especially considering he has a bunch of stuff that I can check with ting-lu besides from Landorus, Miss Mages, Cryogonal if I have to. The 148 attack investment with an Adamant Nature lets me guarantee 2 a KO Screamtail, a max HP Screamtail with Heavy Slam, and the rest are just put into HP and special defense to take hits better from Pokemon like Landorus, as mentioned. Next up, we are bringing once again Choice Scarf Kleavor. Kleavor's role is very simple. Come in, click Stone Axe, get up Stealth Rock. Very straightforward. X-Scissor gives me a way of hitting Ogrepon and Razorrclawww for decent damage. Aerial Ace is specifically here for Conkeldurr, which is resisted by Kleavor's Dual Stab, and U-Turn is there for momentum. As I have no means of outspeeding Razorrclawww with this Kleavor, I only decided to outspeed Salazzle with this investment. Max attack with an Adamant Nature hit as hard as possible, and the rest is thrown into HP for some added bulk. Then we have our Punching Glove, Annihilate with Drain Punch, Rage Fist, Ice Punch, and Encore. This set is just basically just to come in, take hits, do damage, a simple Annihilate stuff. I didn't opt for bulk up because there was no option for me to do so, considering the overall offensive nature of Mike's team. With the combination of Drain Punch and Rage Fist, I hit everything on his team relatively hard, with Ice Punch there to guarantee knockout Landorus Incarnate, no problem. And Encore is basically just there to lock someone like Screamtail into a move like Wish or Stealth Rock. 24 speed lets me guarantee outspeed and Adamant max speed Tyranitar. The 240 HP and 60 special defense lets me guaranteed live a Sheer Force Life Orb Psychic from Landorus after a layer of spikes, and the rest is thrown into attack, which lets me guarantee 2 a KO a no bulk ogrepon-wellspring with Punching Glove boosted Drain Punch. Then we have our Heavy Duty Boots Ogrepon with Ivy Cudgel knockoff U-Turn and Spikes, a very straightforward set and my means of essentially trying to chip away at his team if he does not decide to bring Razorrclawww. This is a very straightforward set, nothing much else to say. Knockoff, which is nice to get rid of items like Heavy Duty Boots from stuff like, not really Razorrclawww, but it gets rid of Life Orb from the Landorus, which is very helpful for the rest of my team. Ivy Cudgel is just nice and spammable against everything that's not Razorrclawww, which I can knock off. U-Turn for momentum, and obviously Spikes is there for residual damage. I didn't want to get too crazy with this set, just max attack, max speed to at least speed tie with his own Ogrepon, so if he decides to U-Turn shenanigans, hopefully I can win the speed tie and get some damage off on his own Ogrepon. Then I have, once again, Trick Room Gardevoir. Considering that Mike's team is so incredibly fast, I wanted to take advantage of that once again with Trick Room Gardevoir. And considering that the two Pokemon that are slower than my Gardevoir are also weak to Fairy, this set can put in a lot of work, pending I'm able to get rid or weaken the Razorrclawww. This is the exact same moveset as last time. Psychic and Moonblast hits everything on his team neutrally with the exception of Razorrclawww, which I have Shadow Ball there for, as well as being able to hit Screamtail super effectively. The 248 HP and the 84 special defense investment lets me guarantee take a Sheer Force Life Orb Sludge Bomb from Landorus Incarnate after a layer of spikes, and the rest is thrown to max into special attack with a quiet nature. And then lastly is my Kilowattrel with Discharge, Hurricane, U-Turn, and Roost with heavy duty boots. This set is to be a means of offensively checking stuff like Ogrepon and his Salazzle, and again, since I have no means of outspeeding the Razorrclawww, I'm not going to bother. It also gives me a means of offensively checking the Kilowattrel, as I do not want to go hard into my Gardevoir to take any unnecessary damage, especially if it's like Sheer Force. The 192 speed investment was a guarantee outspeed Salazzle, 180 special attack investment, I always one-hit KO Ogrepon with Hurricane, although I'm probably going to forget that in the battle, and the rest is thrown to HP to better take hits from stuff like Jirachi. So with that, that's the team for this week, and without further ado, let's head on over to the battle. Alright guys, so here we are with our week 4 battle for PPL D-League or Bolt and Flare Division, whatever you want to call it, against WreckItMike and his Virginia Victinis, and oh god, he did bring slacking! I had a feeling it could potentially have come just to like stop my Annihilate from hooking Rage Fist. Oh man, I thought about it, but he didn't end up bringing it. Okay, so we see landorus-i, we see Jirachi, ogrepon-wellspring, Screamtail, Razorrclawww, slacking. So there's no no T-Tar, no Kilowattrel. I could still potentially. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. So what's my lead here? I think my safest lead would probably be Ogrepon at this point. He didn't bring Salazzle. He didn't bring. He brought Razorrclawww. So let's see. So that slacking is most likely going to be Tera Fairy from my Annihilate. I have to keep that in mind. But in any case, good luck, have fun to WreckItMike. This is definitely going to be a interesting one. I'm probably going to get rocked by that slacking. That's for damn sure. Let's see. So Razorrclawww, Screamtail. You see the slacking lead right off the bat. Wow. Okay. So, what's this thing want to do? Will he just like raw double edge and kill me? Well, if he's Scarf, he can do that. If he's Scarf, Tera Fire, I think he has a chance to kill me. But like, what's my out? No, I think he's Tera Fairy. I think regardless though, my point is just to click knock off. He could be like Bandit or whatever. Yeah, so he's going to Tera immediately. I'm assuming Tera Fire is going to come out. I mean, Tera Fire. Tera Fairy, excuse me. There it is. So, the bad news is he does have a way of killing my Annihilate. The good news is I can spam Rage Fist at some point in this game. So let's see. Choice Band? He is Bandit, so I knocked it off. And he misses player off. That is so unfortunate. Wow. Okay. So I lucked out there. Now I could go for a spike, but I feel like the safest play right now, because if he goes hard Razorrclawww, I don't want to rapid spinning for no reason, and I want to get something out of this turn because he's definitely not going to stay in now. So I am going to Ivy Cudgel. If he goes Jirachi, he goes to Jirachi. Oh, he's just going to stay in. So yeah, he loafs around. I thought he was going to switch there, not going to lie. So now he gets off his player off this time. He doesn't kill me though. Yeah, exactly. If he still has ban, he definitely would have killed. So I see what he was trying to do there, but him missing that turn 1 player off was so unfortunate for him. I really want to get past at some point, but I don't think I will be able to right now. So I'm just gonna cudgel again. As much as I value wanting to get up spikes for the rest of his team, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do that with Reggie around. Hungry box. What is this? That is the Scream Tail. Okay. So I will get this Ivy Cudgel off. We do see leftovers on this, which is fine. I'm trying to think. Am I able to get rid of this? Do I value? I really want to get up a spike though. I really want to get up a layer of spikes because I don't kill this for sure. The other play is to go directly out into Annihilate with like Rage Fist. I kind of want to do that play. I do. Because I feel like he's either going to attack me or get up rocks. I'll just U-turn. I wanted to go hard Annihilate there. Oh, he clicked protect. Oh, I could have clicked spikes. Why? Why did I do that? I hate myself for this, man. Oh, I guess it. No, he should know I'm not Scarf. I'm not Choice because I switched. I went for knockoff into Ivy Cudgel. So I'm guessing he's more defensive. If you went for Protect. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's fine. Okay, that worked. Okay, that worked out 10 million times better than I expected. Here's the other play though. Now that I know this is rocks, this does open up the Jirachi to be more Scarf. So we see we didn't see Wish yet. We just see Protect and Stealth Rock. So I imagine it's going to be like Play Rough or like Wish Protect. Wish Protect Knockoff. No, not off. Why do I keep saying knockoff or something like that? Let's go for U-turn. So let's see. Protect spikes. My Ogrepon's faster, so he's definitely not he doesn't have investments, or if he does have speed investment, it's probably just for like Annihilate. So a U-turn, and let's go. I kind of want to keep Annihilate. I actually want to keep Annihilate healthy for the what's it called? For the Landorus, if possible. I'm actually gonna make the ting-lu play. Let's go ting-lu. Like, even if he play roughs, I'm okay with that. The other downside to this is I'm going to be Volt Switch on. Okay, he just goes for Wish. That's fine. So let him Wish up. I imagine he's going to go for Protect here. He can't go Slacking because it's going to die to Spikes plus whatever attack. I feel like if he goes out into any one Pokemon, it's going to be Ogrepon. Ogrepon feels like the safest play for him. So what I could do is I could double into Kilowattrel, expecting him to go Ogrepon on my attack. Because no matter what I do here, he's just gonna get back to full. But I also don't want him to go into. I also don't want him to go hard into Slacking for no reason, and then he just kills me, you know. Let's just pay back. He is going to withdraw. Do we see? I'm assuming it's going to be Ogrepon. I doubt it's Slacking. He went Slacking, and it died to Spikes. Okay, so that gives a kill to Ogrepon. Oh, I guess he would expect. Okay, I understand what he was trying to do here, but I thought he was going to go Ogrepon, so I felt like that wish was a waste because now his screen tail's not at full. So that's a kill for Ogrepon for us. Cool. Goes Razorrclawww. Air balloon. No air balloon. It's boots. Okay, duh. He didn't take spikes damage. So I imagine a rapid spin's going to come off, or he's just going to go directly for, it could be dual screens too, but I think he's going to rapid spin first. I don't want to, I don't want him to give, I don't want to give him, I want to, like, yeah, let him waste the screens, that's fine. But it's only 5 turns, so that's fine. And still a 2 KO. So I imagine he's gonna rapid spin here now. Honestly, I thought not. He wouldn't have done this last turn because I think if he didn't have Reflect Up, he would have died to Earthquake. So he's definitely gonna rapid spin here, or he's just gonna get up a light screen. Yeah, he's gonna rapid spin. I'm okay with that. If it means I get rid of Razorrclawww, that's fine. So yeah, we're gonna pick up this the kill with ting-lu. So losing that spike sucks, but he does have, I believe, 3 more turns of Reflect Up though. And so yes, here comes the Ogrepon right now. So what I can do is, I don't want to go directly out into my own Ogrepon. I feel like what I can do is go make the aggressive play and go hard into my Kilowattrel here. Because Kilowattrel won't die to any one hit, and it accounts for him trying to like Trailblaze or anything. Because Trailblaze into ID cover doesn't kill me. And he doesn't have a light screen up. Exactly. So yeah, SD's up, that's fine. And I can force the thing out with a Hurricane. Let me just double check how many turns of Reflect he has left. 2. Okay. So I'm still going to force the thing out with a Hurricane. I'm pretty positive I don't kill, but I don't think he should risk staying in. Oh, he stayed in. And I killed him! Wow! Oh god, wow, I'm surprised. That worked out so well for me. I swear, I don't have max special attack on this thing. That went so well for me, oh my god. So that's a kill for Kilowattrel. Jesus. No, I'm literally floored right now. I didn't expect Hurricane to kill. I did not expect Hurricane to kill. I'll calc it later, man. I'm not gonna do it now. Wow, okay, so let me see. All he has left now is Landorus, Jirachi, and Screamtail. Let us U-turn? Yeah, let's U-turn. I get to see if he's Scarf Lando or not. Okay, he's not Scarf, I know that now. I'm not gonna go hard Annihilate, I'm just gonna go directly out into my ting-lu. Let's do it. So, if he's like nasty quad grass knot, this should knock me out. Okay, let's use Sludge Bomb. And the Reflect wears off perfect. So no matter what, so let's see, what I can do here, I can freely go for payback. He's going to withdraw, he's going to go into Screamtail, I feel. Yep, there's the Screamtail again. And nice. Glory, that does absolutely nothing. Alright, so we know his set is Stealth Rock, Wish, Protect. So he's got to have a fairy move. I'm still going to heavy slam, because no matter what, I 2 a KO. Yep, wish. Heavy slam. Good damage. Alright. So now that he's seen heavy slams, does he stay in? I feel like he definitely wants to keep this around for at the very least he keeps it around for Gardevoir. But I also want to feel like he's either going to protect or switch into Jirachi on the next heavy slam. What covers both? No, not the... Annihilate's not the play. Ogrepon's not the play. Or actually, Ogrepon could be the play. What does Ogrepon do now? Yeah, I get, and if he protects or he switches out into Jirachi, I know for a fact that he's Scarf. I get the information, basically is what I'm saying. So in comes Ogrepon. Encores. Okay, I see what he was going to do. He was going to encore me into heavy slam to kill himself, and then get in Jirachi for free. So this makes me believe that the Jirachi's not Scarf. Or it could be, and he's just like he's just baiting me real good. I kind of want to go for Spike. But Spike affects this and Jirachi. I feel okay against Landorus, but still. Alright, let me at the very least knock off this thing's leftovers if he stays in. Yeah. I'd rather get rid of the passive recovery. Alright, so there's the wish. But no matter what, I feel like he's either going to, protect or, go for... Yeah, I don't really care. If he protects and go to Jirachi, who cares? He could hard encore me into Spikes here. Yeah, but he's going to withdraw. I'm assuming he's going to go directly onto Landorus. Yep, there's the Lando. I mean, I barely did any damage to him anyway, so this works out for me. And I know you're not Scarf. And by getting rid of your Life Orb, I'll be a lot more comfortable going out to my Annihilate afterwards. So let's do that. So we'll click Knockoff, we'll get rid of your Life Orb. I know you're not Scarf because you were slower than my Kilowattrel after we went for U-turn. Yeah, the main thing is just trying to get in my, Yep, there's the Life Orb. Alright, taking me out. Okay, yeah, so, Landorus, basically killing Ogrepon. Crit did not matter. So yeah. So we are good. Actually, is now the time? Oh god, is now the time? No, it's not the time. Because Screamtail has Protect. Oh, I wanted to go into Gardevoir so badly, but I can't. I can't. I'm just gonna go with an Annihilate with Ice Punch. Shoot. I wanted to go into Gardevoir, trace the Sheer Force, and live the Sludge Bomb, but if he's... Because I do live a hit, but especially because he's not Life Orb anymore. So, let's Ice Punch here. Cycling this kill, knock me out, he's on Life Orb. Perfect. And there's the Ice Punch, there we go. So Landorus is down. Great. Now all he has left is Jirachi and Screamtail. Screamtail I feel a lot more comfortable with because I can 2 a KO with ting-lu. Mega Wish Foundation is finally out. okay with letting Annihilate go down here. Because what's my play afterwards? Just discharge powering with Kilowattrel? I also need to see. No, you know what? I'm keeping Annihilate. If my Annihilate is faster than Screamtail, I can encore it. So let's do that. I will instead go out into my Kilowattrel and just start spamming discharges. That's my play. I'm trying to put myself into the best position possible to not screw this endgame up. So there's the Iron Head. And let's just discharge. I don't need to para. He just want to withdraw. Let him go back out into Screamtail. I don't care. I don't get the para, unfortunately. I could try to go for the Hurricane though, because even if I miss, which I don't. Awesome job, Kilowattrel. Awesome fucking job. Alright, so that's 2 kills Kilowattrel, and all he has left now is Jirachi. Wow. And now I get to see whether or not this Jirachi is Scarf. So he takes the spikes, and we will just spam discharge. So let's see if you're Scarf. Let's see if you are Scarf. He is Scarf, okay? Flinch. Did get the flinch. Yeah, this is unfortunately is win con. Alright, so Kilowattrel's gonna go down here. Like he literally, oh man, he could actually still sweep me. Because Annihilate dies. Gardevoir obviously dies. Yeah, I have to go ting-lu. Yeah, this is the only downside to me not bringing Manaphy, because I don't have a Steel Resist. Earthquake. Okay, we do that. That's great. And we knock it out. So that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 4-0 win. Perfect. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And Jirachi got to kill and Kilowattrel. So yeah, this game went a lot different than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of things went into my favor. Me playing aggressively with my team, and Kilowattrel. What can I say? It is 5 for 5 on Hurricanes. It has not missed yet. I am really, really happy with how this game played out. Maybe I could have went out into Gardevoir there and gotten the kill and tried to do the Trick Room shenanigans and everything, but I didn't want to take the chance. I could have, but I didn't. And luckily, it did not come back to bite me in the end. But yeah, shoutouts to Kilowattrel and ting-lu doing its thing. And yeah, the Tera Fairy slacking at the beginning there. Yeah, but things really did go, unfortunately, for me, especially when he got that turn 1 miss with the player off on my Ogrepon lead. But I felt like everything else just kind of just fell into my lap, especially considering that I didn't miss Hurricanes. I think that was the main thing. So the MVP for this battle is definitely going to be Kilowattrel for sure, coming in clutch. But yeah, GG to my opponent Mike, really solid dude. Be sure to check him out in the description below. Check out all the other coaches taking part in the PPL Bolt and Flare Division. We'll try to hit up Mike with an interview if he wants to do one, but if he doesn't, it's all well and good. I'm going to leave the video at that. Thank you guys so much for watching the battle, and until the next time, this is Tone, signing off for now. Peace out. Alright guys, so here we are with the interview with our good friend WreckItMike. He can say hi.
Hey yo.
So I'm not gonna lie, the team that you brought and the team I was expecting you to bring was night and day. As soon as I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the slacking at the last mon on your team, I was like, okay, I knew there was a possibility that slacking could come. I just didn't think it would be against me. Like, what?
I mean, no, I got you. I can explain if you want.
Sure, go for it.
It's not a problem. Sure. Number one, I didn't think you were gonna respect the slacking, so I just assumed that it would be fine to bring it versus you. Realistically, that thing just clicks. It just clicks borders with choice band, right? But the main reason why I decided to bring it was because the two Pokemon on your team that are the most annoying to me is the Annihilate, because I just don't like facing that thing. You don't hit it hard enough, you just boost this Rage Fist. And ting-lu, I hate facing ting-lu. So both of them, get hit pretty hard by Annihilate. By Tera Playrough, Choice Bandit. So that's the main reason why I brought that. And it could have worked, but
the turn 1 miss was so big, because you definitely would have 2-KO'd me, and you wouldn't have had to deal with me getting up spikes later on in the game for sure. Like I figured I figured one of the I figured it would be either slacking or Miss Mages, just like to have the extra fairy coverage for Annihilate in the back. I was figuring it would be more Miss Mages, but I felt like if you were Tera Fairy or whatnot, you'd be more susceptible to be Heavy Slam or whatever, and you still broke through my team with slacking. So I did respect it, but it was how much could I afford to with my team, how I built, how much could I afford to actually dedicate to I need something for Body Slam and Tera Fairy player off or whatever. I didn't really have anything, so I was okay, my only chance is make sure I can have something to outspeed you, which is why I had Kilowattrel, Scarf Cleavor, Ogrepon. I was basically just relying on that to keep slacking in check, and then after the turn 1 miss, it was okay, this got a little bit easier, because it was better that you only attack every other turn, but then it was oh, you can still have the opportunity to wish it back up and still try to get it in. But I know you were trying to do after you try to wish past into slacking and hoping that I would not attack when you brought it in or whatever, but
right, that was the idea. Realistically, it works better whenever you don't get me so low health, but when I guess your logic makes sense. I guess the only thing I mean whenever I say respecting the slacking is basically you bring in Protect and a bunch of mons. Yeah, you could do it, but then I think that just means that you have to give up a move pool, right? So
yeah,
it's a high risk, high reward. It's also on me for running Body Slam instead of Double Edge, because I was really considering running Double Edge, because have I had Double Edge, I would have gone for Double Edge turn 1. No questions. That has a very good role to kill the Ogrepon without the Choice Man, but it is what it is. Live and learn. If I use it again, I'll know to do better. Yeah.
I mean, nobody's gonna expect a turn 1 miss in the first place. Because if I didn't knock you off, you definitely would have killed me.
I think you live it actually, but you live it with very little.
No, I had no bulk on my Ogrepon was the same as your Ogrepon. I had no bulk on mine. You definitely killed. You definitely killed. It was I respected slacking enough to the point where let me knock your item off first before I commit to anything else. And if I didn't do that, I was what's my sack to this time? I couldn't afford the sacks for slacking, because I already had to keep stuff alive for Landorus, for Ogrepon,
right.
And even even your screen tells that was annoying, because it didn't click in my head that you actually revealed, after you revealed Encore on my ting-lu, it never clicked in my head that you revealed all 4 of your moves. I'm I'm still thinking you had a fairy move on this screen too. I'm thinking you had player or something. It's no, you just had no way of hitting anything. And I was just okay, do I bring Ogrepon in and hope you don't attack me? It's no, he literally could not touch me. It just never clicked in my head. But your set was so annoying too, because there was a time during the battle where after you knocked out my Ogrepon, I wanted to go into Gardevoir and Trick Room, but I couldn't because you had Protect on this, and you could have just stall out my Trick Room turns and then just get back in with Jirachi, and I couldn't like do what I wanted with Gardevoir, so I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, I mean the Screamtail was 100% meant to be annoying, and also I was kind of hoping that you will not notice when I reveal all 4 moves, because you know this is not Showdown, right? You cannot just hover over the mon and see the moves that has been revealed.
Like I acknowledged it in a sense, but I never like put it together like Wish, Protect, Encore, Stealth Rock. Like I remember seeing three. I remember seeing 3 moves, but I don't remember like some. Like I didn't blank on Protect per se, but I just assumed that you would just have an attack like on Screamtail regardless of like if it did damage or not. So it's like I had to like play around it a lot. And then what were you going for? Like the other thing with your team, because obviously you picked up this team from who was it, Helios, I believe.
Rick.
Let me see. Yeah. But basically, I was kind of hoping that, at the very least, you kept the team originally the way it was, because I felt a lot more comfortable dealing with rain as opposed to dealing with, well, what you made. Because I did not want to deal with Sheer Force Landorus. I already had to deal with ogrepon-wellspring beforehand, and it was like, oh, your entire team is like, it's more well balanced as opposed to the team before, and it's like, oh, okay. Manaphy does look really good because your water response was literally Ogrepon and nothing else. But then I realized you had this, you had Aleki, you had Encore Screamtail, landorus-i. Like you had too much stuff to pressure offensively, so I couldn't really do anything, which is why I ended up not bringing Manaphy in the first place.
That makes sense. I mean, realistically, the thing with Manaphy is that even though it looks good because my team is sort of kind of like a Sam team, I just set up on your Manaphy, to be honest with you. Even Energy Ball is not gonna kill me at +3, and I just on the Manaphy I could get a Swordsland and a Trailblaze, which almost makes this GG. Not really, because you had that Gardevoir, and I didn't think about the Gardevoir because I really couldn't one-hit KO it because I didn't bring the right coverage for it. I had Sing Hembo as the last move. For the Dragology, I was sure you were gonna bring the Dragology. You didn't.
I was so contemplating Dragology as my last one over Kilowattrel, but the thing was, I wanted some, like, if I didn't have Kilowattrel, I had nothing faster than Ogrepon or like stuff, and even like Salazzle, one that I had to respect. So it was like, oh, I had to bring something to at the very least force out your Ogrepon without having to like risk a speed tie with my own Ogrepon, and I don't kill you. And then it's even stuff like Regieleki, which like really was just like the like dual screens, like SD up with Ogrepon and like do all that sort of stuff. But even Regieleki like was one of the main reasons why I could not like bring Manaphy, and I had to like change up a few other things. And even towards the end of the game, where it was like it came down to you like your way back to winning this game was literally Ironhead flinching my entire team down with Jirachi, and I realized, and then I was like, oh, I made a mistake. I should not have gone Annihilate on the Landorus. I actually should have went Ting-lu on the Landorus, because my Annihilate was inner focus, so you couldn't flinch me with Ironhead. So if I kept it healthier, you wouldn't have had that chance to like flinch me. So yeah, that was inner focus. I didn't notice. That's such a cool tag for it. That's a good ring. I literally was like, oh, I do not want to lose to Scarf Jirachi clicking Ironhead, so I had to bring inner focus so I didn't get flinched. But when I let my Annihilate take damage from the Landorus, it was like, oh, I made this endgame way harder for myself for no reason. I didn't acknowledge it in the battle, but it was like, yeah, Ting-lu was always the bring versus the Landorus, to go in on Landorus, because like your only way of dealing like 2-hit KOing me was either you have Nasty Block, Focus Blast, or like Grass Knot or something like that.
Gotcha. I didn't bring Grass Knot because I respected your Teras. I expected you to bring at least one of your Teras to try to like play mind games with Grass.
Yeah, but, one of my original builds did have Tera Grass Pyro on it. But the problem with Tera Grass Pyro was, for one, it just made me weak. Like, it helped against Ogrepon, but it made me weaker to stuff like Cryogonal, Salazzle, and then even then I become weak to Landorus' Sludge Bombs. That didn't really help me with anything.
Right. And that's mainly why I have different attack on the Landorus.
Yeah, that even like Tera Fairy didn't help either, because again, I'd still be weak to Sludge Bomb. Tera Fairy helped me against Conkeldurr, But I had Kilowattrel, and I felt like as long as I'm like able to force out with Hurricane and whatnot, so I'd be able to like at the very least keep you like checked in a way. But it also came down to like hit Hurricanes, and I did luck out because I did not miss any of the Hurricanes I went for in this battle.
I was a bit after I got a little tilted on the turn one miss. I was like, well, if he goes for a Hurricane, he misses, he probably loses the game.
If I Hurricane and I missed and you went for Trailblaze, I definitely would have lost.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was telling myself. That's not necessarily true. And in hindsight, I know that because even though I had rocks up, Ugarte was going to be able to take one second headbutt or one Trailblaze, I think. I haven't done the calc because I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure I did, but I mean, I would have been forced to like trick room a lot quicker in my in that scenario. I really didn't want to like go to that end game really, really fast. Cause like I wanted Jirachi weakened because I wasn't entirely sure about Shadow Ball like killing you, and you would just kill me with Iron Head. So I wanted to chip on Jirachi, but I just never got the opportunity to do so. Which is why I wanted those spikes up so badly, just to see if you were like boots, or if you weren't, I get the chip and you'd be like forced to like not like wish past it altogether with Screamtail.
Right. Yeah. No, that was a good play. Just out of curiosity, because I got to understand why did you go for the kill on the Lecky after I reveal Light Screen? No, sorry, Reflect.
Oh, because I figured at that point, like, I knew you, like, it was kind of like it wasn't really a 50-50. I was figuring it's like, oh, it's either you're going to get up your Light Screen or you're going to wrap it in away the spike. And then it was like, if you clicked Light Screen, I would have been a lot more, like, less desirable position, but I figured you would value the screen over the spike because the spike damage didn't rack up just yet. Even if Ogrepon didn't work out, you still had Jirachi in the back. So I was like, okay, get the kill on the Razorrclawww because I needed that. It was one thing I needed gone for for my Gardevoir endgame, because that thing could still have been like annoying since you reveal Reflect. I was like, okay, I need to get into a situation where Razorrclawww could not like come back in and set up screens again. Even if it's for 5 turns, I didn't want to deal with screens.
Gotcha. Okay, well, it makes sense. I honestly thought that you weren't gonna go for the kill to try to waste turns, because realistically, what I was trying to do was to die with a Lecky in front of ting-lu with both screens out, and I didn't have Ruination on on ting-lu, or else I would have actually tried to make that play and like try to like Earthquake on the last turn of Reflect, so that at the very least you would have like some sort of way of like not having both screens up when you bring an Ogrepon afterwards. Like I knew you brought Reggie was just solely there for like Manaphy and dual screens or whatever, but it was just a really like awkward situation where I couldn't get into a position where keeping you off a screen and then not getting an Ogrepon, because like at that point I feel like both of them were going to happen at some point. And the other thing was, what other chance were you going to get to like try to set up with Ogrepon, especially considering that you're already on the back foot following what happened with Slacking at the beginning. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I now I wish that I would have clicked that, because it could have been being a better differential for myself, I guess, because I'm trying to dig this team out of the hole, and a 4-0 was really not helping. But no, makes sense. I'll say I was very surprised you didn't bring Choice Bandit Ogrepon. That thing just clicked. Freaking Ivy Cudgel versus my entire team. Yeah, it was very annoying.
I kind of thought about it for a bit, but then it was like I just didn't want a situation where I would get in like Jirachi for free, and I don't think Bandit, like if you were full fist def Screamtail, which I think you nearly were, like you had like some speed def or something. Like I didn't want to I didn't really like. I wanted to respect the fact that I wanted to at the very least like knock, like if I was able to like live like Jirachi's Iron Head, not get flinched, and then I was able to like knock off your Scarf at the very least. I want to like keep that sort of like, I want to have the ability to like switch up my moves. I didn't really like need ban per se, because like Ogrepon was never going to be my late game win con. Like it was always going to be Gardevoir.
I, I'll give it to you. I did not prefer the Gardevoir at all. I figured that having Screamtail and Tyranitar was going to be enough of a deterrent for it. I did think that you were going to try to be cheeky and bring like a Trace Scar set to Trace Sheer Force from Landorus, and that could be scary. But I figured I'll deal with it if I had to deal with it.
Oh,
I think Jirachi was always going to be faster than it. That's what my answer for that was.
Yeah, I figured at the end of the day your team was just too fast to utilize Scarf, and even if I was Scarf, you just go back into Regieleki. If I was weakened, you just Revenge coming with like Volt Switch or whatever. So that's why I went with Trick Room, and I had to knock off your Life Orb, because without the Life Orb you actually wouldn't have killed my Gardevoir with Sludge Bomb after Stealth Rock. And I would have traced your Sheer Force Trick Room up and like click Shadow Ball. It's like Sheer Force, Shadow Ball, like your Screamtail, your Jirachi, and like stuff like that.
That's good tech. I like I said, I expected you to try to trace the Sheer Force, and I almost brought Charizard and Sandforce Lando, but I didn't. But no, the Trick Room's a good option. I didn't even consider it, so that's good for you. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning that Annihilate gets inner focus right now. I'll have to be careful with that and future games.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that when I face like faster teams like yours, and like when I brought this against Will a few weeks back, it was just like my best option was to like not lock myself into a move and just like switch the speed control to my like advantage, and it just worked out here because of this was just like more like a team like you took over, and it was like you just picked up the best things available for you like without regarding like speed tiers or whatnot. So I can't really fault you for that. Like you pretty much brought like the best 6 like you felt was good. Like even Slacking was still, like you said, ridiculous into my team. Even Terra Fairy Miss Mages had its moments because it always had a way of dealing with Annihilate as well. And it would live like Rage Fist from Annihilate as well if you did bring Terra Fairy on that thing as well. But regardless, I think at least we got to see the Slacking do something. This is actually the first time I've ever seen the first time I ever fought Slacking, and it did work like in this, but it actually like put a lot of pressure on me from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have used it better, but hey, it's fine. We'll get a rematch.
Yeah, like we said, no one predicts a turn 1 play rough miss, right?
Nah, yeah. I mean, I should have predicted it. That's just my luck, but
it's more so the miss happens more than the attack drop. That's what I don't get. Like, why is it 10% chance to drop your attack if it never happens?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever seen it happen when it matters. It only happens when it doesn't matter. Right?
Actually, it's a good thing it didn't happen because it would have gave me a Defiant boost.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That would have been scary. But at that point, I just get you. My idea was if I hit you, I didn't realize I wasn't going to kill you. But my idea was, even if I weaken you enough, I can put you on range of you're actually just killing you with a Scarf U-turn because it's super effective, and I was adamant.
Yeah, and the fact
I wasn't too worried. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that you didn't have an attack on Screamtail meant that I was never like getting like my Rage Fist boost against the Mon against your Screamtail, because it would all be a 50 base power to start off with, and you just like wish stall me out and like I would click Rage Fist against your Slacking against your team after you Terra'd, but the problem is it's so weak. Like I couldn't get momentum, so it was like really, really difficult. But yeah, hopefully
and that's the other reason why I didn't bring an electric move on Eleki. I wasn't trying to give you like a weak ball switch just to boost your energy, because you can always try to go spin block, with Annihilate, like Joy loves doing, I guess. But I was like, I don't need to do that. I can just set the screens in front of it, blow up, go Ogrepon, and set up in front of it.
Oh,
it didn't work, but
Was that the reason why you were timid nature?
For the Eleki, I think it outspeeds something when you. The Eleki outspeeds the automatic log spray at +2 speed if you were trying to do the like God's flame charge shenanigans.
Yeah, I know Dell brought up Luxray in the matchup too, but I was like, what am I gonna get the opportunity to like Trailblaze twice, or at the very least once against your team, and you still had like Like, this wasn't want to, like, revenge kill me, but you were, like, reflect and, like, stall out my, and, like, make me take more damage from Burn Orb and all that stuff, so...
Yeah, the whole point was to, like, set up a reflect in front of you, let you kill me, but then you're, like, you know, half strength, and I can try to do something with something else, because Fox is not really that strong. Yeah. It didn't come up.
Oh yeah, hopefully the next time if we do play again, hopefully there will be no turn one miss or fortune, because that was like the only hacks that mattered. That's the only hacks that happened in our game, to be perfectly honest.
Not really. I mean, yes and no. That Jirachi did nab me an extra kill on your Kilowattrel by.
Disregarding like Jirachi doing Jirachi things, I don't really consider that to be like like hacks. Yeah. Like if I'm gonna get reverse swept because hacks played a factor, then it is what it is.
Fair enough. I mean, that's what we draft Jirachi, right?
Yeah, but we'll leave it at that. Thank you again, Mike, for showing up and doing the interview. Any last thing you want to say?
Not much. Thank you for having me. This is the first time somebody interviewed me about one of these, so that's cool. And yeah, thanks for the game. I'm going to be, just for warning, I'm going to sound a little salty on my video.
You don't gotta apologize. We're still good, man. We're all good. But yeah, be sure to check out Mike, check out all the other coaches taking part in the Bolt and Flare Division, and we'll see you next time. So until then, this is Tone signing out for now. Peace out.